unfortunate news out of Tennessee as we saw Harold Landry, Titans' best pass rusher, tear his ACL out for the year. Big loss not only to lose your top pass rusher, but to lose a guy like Harold Landry, who is considered to be one of the top pass rushers in the NFL. And this will be a big loss for the Titans. And it turns to what are they going to do to replace him? And you're never truly going to replace a guy like Harold Landry. You're just hoping guys can step up, and maybe a collection of guys can account for his loss and his production. And so I think the first thing you look at is who's out there. Jason Pierre-Paul is the name that kind of came up initially, JPP, formerly with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, they very well could go out and sign him. It looks like the Titans are going to look from within to get their for their pass rush. Now, they very well could sign Jason Pierre-Paul and be a part of this rotation, but there's a reason why he's still a free agent. There's a reason why a lot of these guys are still free agents, and it's because they've either been past their prime or they're just kind of average at best. And so the player to watch, and who I want to highlight in this video, is Rashad Weaver. And Rashad Weaver is a former fourth-round draft pick by the Titans, entering his second year, and he was, being looked at as a key backup. And now with Landry out, he's a guy that's going to have to step up into the rotation, into the starting lineup, and try to produce. And here's a guy that I liked coming out of college. He was my 118th rated player in that 2021 NFL draft class. A guy with good size, good length. I thought he could kind of play in multiple schemes. And when the Titans drafted him, I was a big fan. I really liked that move, getting him in the fourth round. I thought it was good value, a guy that's got the traits that could have success in the league. And so if we take a couple looks at some clips.
One of the things that really stood out to me about Weaver when he was coming out of Pittsburgh was his quick lateral agility. Here against Miami, we see him look to push the edge, and he initially gets stopped, but he's able to keep working, try to get a hand up in case there was a pass being thrown, but then continue to work his way, and he made that quick lateral move to get over there and use his length to grab D'Eriq King here for the sack. And then against the run, Weaver's able to use that lateral quickness after setting the edge to bounce to his left to get the tackle for the loss. And just having that ability to hold the point of attack, use his length, use that lateral quickness, it just showed up time in and time out on his college tape.
And as you can see with those clips, the ability to make quick lateral cuts. He's not going to be a speed, ultra athletic person, but he was able to, win at the point of attack, make lateral cuts, use that agility to his benefit. Now, if we look at him in the NFL, only been a rookie entering year two, I went in and I took a look at his preseason tape, so his games this year, to kind of see what does he have to offer.
Now, as I showed the college clips and his lateral quickness, that shows up here against the Ravens. Now, Weaver's up here at the top of your screen, and the Ravens are going to run towards him in a little reverse, and he's able to go and engage and then use his lateral quickness to get off of that to get the tackle for loss. And it's just that ability to take on contact, to read, and then, like I said, make that lateral move, and then use his length to grab and wrap and bring defenders down. And while I wouldn't say that Rashad Weaver is this speed pass rusher, he does show the ability to win around the edge. Here against the Buccaneers, he looks to push the edge, and that's Tristan Wirfs. That's one of the best young right tackles in the NFL. And Weaver's able to get to his edge, sink those hips enough, get a little bit of a rip move, and get in there to get a sack on the quarterback. And just using that quickness and then just that body control, that bend to get around the edge, you do see that in the preseason. But what you're really going to see out of Weaver and what he really needs to win is at the point of attack. And he does that once again here against the Buccaneers. He's able to engage with the right tackle. he's, not getting around the edge, but then he's able to make that lateral move to his left, a little bit of push, and you don't see it there, but Weaver was able to get his hand on the ball, hand on the quarterback's hand, and cause and disrupt that pass, which ended up falling incomplete. And that was all because of that quick lateral agility, that little hand fighting that he had against the right tackle, and to be able to use his length to get in there and disrupt this pass play. And one more example of that here against Arizona. Weaver's here at the top of the screen. He's going to rush in there, get stopped, but he doesn't quit, flips back, and then once again gets his hands, gets his length, and is able to hit McSorley to force the incompletion. And it's just that ability that never quit, the tenacity, and then just using his hands. He uses his hands, he uses his length well, and we just continue to see it show up on tape.
And as you can see in those clips, there's stuff to work with. Now, he's not going to come in and be this next premier pass rusher, but I think he's got the skills and the traits, his lateral quickness. He's got enough speed. He uses his length well. I think he's going to be a good run defender. Can he get 4 or 5 sacks? He's not going to be a 10-sack guy. I mean, if he is, it's a victory. But can he come in and get 4 or 5 sacks this year? Can he be a guy that's getting pressure, getting quarterback hits? And this is a big time for Rashad Weaver. Here's a guy who, entering year 2, is looking to establish himself, looking to prove that, hey, John Robinson, you made a great decision drafting me in the 4th round. You got a steal. I can be a starter in this league. I can be a big contributor to this defense. And you don't want to see it come at the loss of Harold Landry to injury, but this is a time for Rashad Weaver. If he's going to stick with this team, he's going to be a major contributor, this is his time to shine. And I think he's got the traits to do so. It's just a matter of time if he's able to do it. All right, that's going to go ahead and do it for another Titans Film Room. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to get all my content. Hit the bell for the notifications as well. Make sure you follow me on social media, draft_Brian, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be, draft_Brian. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.